श्याम मनोहर लो लो रे, कोई श्याम मनोहर लो रे। सिर धरे मटकिया डोले, सिर धरे मटकिया डोले, सिर धरे मटकिया डोले रे, कोई श्याम मनोहर लो लो रे, कोई श्याम मनोहर लो रे, कोई श्याम मनोहर लो रे। दधि को नाम बिसर गए ग्वालन, दधि को नाम बिसर गए ग्वालन, हरि लो बोले रे, हरि लो बोले रे, हरि लो 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 बोले रे, हरि लो बोले, कोई श्याम मनोहर लो लो रे, कोई श्याम मनोहर लो लो रे, कोई श्याम मनोहर लो। कृष्ण के रूप छकी है ग्वालन, कृष्ण के रूप छकी है ग्वालन, और ही और बोले, और ही और बोले, और ही और बोले, कोई श्याम मनोहर लो लो रे, कोई श्याम मनोहर लो लो रे, कोई श्याम मनोहर लो रे, कोई श्याम मनोहर लो रे, कोई श्याम मनोहर लो रे।
गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पतः न शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् ॐ श्री महागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं। भद्रकाल्यै नमो नमः। वेद वेदांत वेदांग विद्यास्थानेभ्य एव च। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। यो गुरु स शिवः प्रोक्तः यः शिवः स गुरु स्मृतः विकल्पं यस्तु कुर्वीत स नरो गुरुतल्पगः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्रः येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवैत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दुग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्ससुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे। श्री कृष्ण हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। हे नाथ नारायण। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे। श्री कृष्ण हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद 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 श्री कृष्ण श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे। हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे। हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murare He Nath Narayana। बोलिए श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की, श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की। नमः पार्वती पते हर हर महादेव। हरि ओम। Chant from first verse. Arjuna Vacha Sannyasam Karmanam Krishna Punaryogam Cha Shamsasi Yachreyayetayorekam Tanme Bruhi Sunishchitam। Shri Bhagavan Vacha Sannyasah Karma Yogascha Nishreyassa Karavabhau Tayostu Karma Sannyasat Karma Yogo Vishishyate Jneyassa Nitya Sannyasi Yo Nadveshti Nakangshati Nirdvando Hi Mahabaho Sukham Bandhat Pramuchyate Sankhya Yogau Prathak Balaha Pravadanti na Panditaha Ekamapyastitas Samyak Ubhayor Vindate Phalam Yat Sankhyaif Prapyate Sthanam Tat Yogairapi Gamyate Ekam Sankhyancha Yogancha Yaf Pashyati Sapashyati Sannyasastu Mahabaho Dukkhamaptum Yogataha Yoga Yukto Munir Brahma Nachirena Digacchati Nachirena Digacchati। So, in this chapter, Bhagavan is talking about the evolution of a ordinary person who only is a worker. From a egocentric work, he converts it into God-centric work. Work is made, the center of the work is not what I gain, center of the work is who is pleased. So from objective gaining, I am more interested in subjective fulfillment. From success, you are going to completeness in self. So you are not aiming at completing the situation. You are aiming at completing yourself. So Karma Yoga is a refinement process where I use action to discover divinity. I don't misuse action to enjoy the world and get caught up in some object or a person. I want to get out of my weaknesses. I accept my weaknesses and I want to get out of that. So this process is called Karma Yoga. And from the ordinary worker, I am a extraordinary quieter person. I discover quietude through the action and not object through the action. That is secondary. If I get that is secondary. So from worker I become a seeker. From seeker I become a very dedicated seeker. From a dull and intermittent seeker I become continuous seeker. Sometimes I seek only during certain hours. I become very conscious that I am a seeker. 1 hour in a day, 2 hours in a day. But the continuity while eating, while walking, while sleeping, while talking, I don't forget that what is the main thing in my life. This non-forgetfulness of what is the main issue, that is called the crux of Karma Yoga. If you forget, then you will be carried by other matters. If you forget, you will be drawn away by other issues. Like supposing some boy is going for examination. 6:30 he starts. His examination is from 7 o'clock or 7:15. On the way somebody shouts on him. On the way somebody says some bad words on him and throws a stone on his car. And he has only 15 minutes left. And 15 minutes he knows paper will be distributed. So he will not stop and fight back because he knows that I will miss a bigger thing in my life. I lose 1 year. If I fail in this subject, I lose 1 year. So he keeps that in his mind. So Karma Yoga is constantly training our mind to keep the main point of our life. So from intermittent seeker, I increase the frequency of my seekership. Earlier I never thought I am seeker also. Earlier I was a very object-oriented person, people-oriented, ego-oriented. Object, I was attachment-oriented. I was running after some person. I was running after outer success. I was running after money. Now I don't run after it too often. The frequency of running of the world has become little. ठीक है ना? So from ordinary sansari, I try to become. So frequency of the sansari, the carried away person is lesser now. So for 2 hours I am some worldly person, then again I become seeker for 5 minutes. Then again for 4 hours I become worldly. Then again I become seeker for 10 minutes. So the amount of seekership where I am quiet, when I am aware of my goal, where I am in a balanced mind, where my decisions are very refined. That time has become more and more. Issues are there. Issues will always be there. But issue, I don't worry about that. I use the worldly matter to get some realization of God and not get angry or not get attached. So from ordinary, worldly, erratic, irresponsible, impulsive, sometimes foolish, that kind of person, I graduate. Sometimes I become very conscious. I should not have done like that. What is my goal of my life? This is second step. Third step is I become more conscious as a total. I want to have full-time seekership. This is called maturity of karma. After I become full-time seeker, that means all the time I am very much alert. There is a difference. Not everybody, they become intermittently, they are very conscious. कभी कभी कहीं कहीं थोड़ा थोड़ा कुछ कुछ वो है उनकी साधना. In between, let us do something. Let us enjoy life. From tomorrow morning I will be living, but let me hit that person because I have to practice third slok from tomorrow. Gaya sanitya sannyasi, yona dvishti, let me hate till night, then morning I will become more noble. ऐसे नहीं चलेगा. Like every drunkard's thing, let me drink in this night, tomorrow morning I will become sober. It's called sober. Earlier it was not sober. So, when you do it for a longer time, then what happens? You are more knowing that I should not be too much affected by my attachment and aversion. You release the internal pressures of vasanas. You are more a quieter person. Because vasana doesn't have too much of, it can't force. You hear the vasana, but pressure is not that much that you are forced to do something wrong or enjoy. I can overlook that. I can live without particularization of external responses. This is called Karma Yoga has matured. Now, I hope you are understanding. When you cannot live without certain responses, then that is called attachment or aversion. Or you cannot live with certain responses. I cannot live with this person anymore. Or I cannot live with this without this. So that means something is very important for you. You have made it very big, positively or negatively. If you say I hate him or I don't like, that means his response says I cannot live with it. Simple, I tell you. Enough is enough. And if you like, then I cannot live without that response. I have to hear from him. I have to talk to him. I have to eat this particular item. It has been long. I told you one day that Jai Dayal Gonka ji, the place called Churu, he had his ashram. Remember that? So he has 5-year course for brahmacharis. 5-year course. So they had lived in brahmacharya. So only 2 things was allowed in the food. Either dal, roti, other vegetable and the rice. These 2 things. Only 2 things in eating. And twice a day. This was the rule there. So after 5 years were over, moment all the brahmachari students were released, first thing they went to the sweet meat chart. And you will see it's all full. Somebody is eating dahi bada, somebody is eating imarti, somebody is eating gulab jamun, somebody is eating the whole thali. This. It is not compulsion that you are having. You can't force somebody. World gives. I don't repel your responses. When you dislike somebody, you repel a lot. Why you said like that? Why you standing like that? Unnecessary, wasting your time. See the kind of shirt he has put on. You are repelling against, mentally or physically, you are repelling against somebody. Physically, if not, then mentally you repel if it's not physically well. See, and you repeat those thoughts. You munch it in your mind and create a bad taste in the mouth, like a bitter lauki. Somewhere I went, here, not in Durban, somewhere else, and they gave me lauki, vegetable lauki. And somebody had brought. So that lady had brought. So what to do now? Now I took and I ate. It was so bitter. I don't know if I've eaten or not. And she was there. I can't say also, I cannot take it out also. Ultimately I said, let me eat it. When I ate it, then I had to throw it out, but it was very difficult. And she's saying, take more. Why am not taking more? I have made with a lot of love. Everybody becomes shabri all of a sudden. Problem here, shabri ban jate hain sab. I don't take, because that was enough. And after that, whatever food I was taking, that taste lingered. If you don't have, I'll search such lauki for you. If you are not experiencing. होगा ना ऐसा अनुभव तो कभी कभी bitter lauki हो जाती है ऐसे. So when you repel somebody, so you have made some bad experience and bad thought. You have repulsive thought about the person. Even in his absence, you bring it out and you have a bad taste about it and you munch like the cows from their mouth, from their stomach, they bring out the eaten food and they are called masticate, like that. The human beings, they have vertical movement of when they are eating, like this. It's a vertical. But the horses, cows, buffaloes, if you have seen, they have round and horizontal movement, like this. And none of the animals has tooth problem because they eat lot of greeneries and they don't eat sweets. You can ask the vet, I don't know. You can ask the vet whether anybody has dental problem. Similarly, experience world gives, but you have created a repulsion, a very negative thing about that. You are not having any negativity about, but he is bad. He is bad, he will learn, he will grow in time, don't worry. Moment you associate an ahankar and feel I am sad, if you have created I am sad emotion or I am angry emotion with some incident, then after that it will not go. You are attached to some sadness. You are attached to somebody's negativity. And this is called a person has developed dvesh or dislike or abhorrence. He has become sansari now. Why? Because mentally he will not be free to be having cheerful, calm and confident mind. This 3C will be absent in his life. It takes away my cheer. I'm not cheerful. When anybody is cheerful, is attractive. Smile is the best makeup. So cheerfulness, calmness and confidence is there. He is not cheerful. When you are not cheerful, you are fearful. Okay. So I develop a psychology, I develop a mind that I don't create a repulsion in my thought within my mind for anything. It's not right on his part, or it is right on this part. I may have some kind of opinion, no problem. But opinion is not repeating in the mind and making me addictive. You get negatively addictive about opinion That is called your dvesh and rag. You are suffering and enjoying mentally about certain experiences, worldly experiences. And you have suffered a lot mentally and you are enjoying a lot. That is called your worldliness. I hope this point is more clear. Well, I am clear, but I am not able to follow it. I get clarity, but I am not able to follow it. I am trying very hard. But still I feel I am lagging behind. What can I do so that I cannot lag behind? You bring godly experience. You be God addictive. You develop addiction for jap. You develop addiction for God. Associate activity with some God. Don't do activity without God. Well, what do you mean? Means if you are taking bath, think that God is also there and I have to give bath to His body. This is a part of a Virat. Eating, you first morsel, I told also, you have to first morsel, you have to feed God, whose mouth is opened in your mouth. You are dressing, think that God is seeing you, and therefore you have to dress properly. Supposing you enter your room, always feel it's the God's room. I am using His room, and He is seated there. So activity should be united with emotion. Slowly, this God addiction will take away the attachment and aversion addiction. You are attached to somebody's negativity. I hope I'm making sense. Somebody has done wrong is one thing. I know he's done wrong. I keep it, I park it. But repeating it and getting sorrow by it and getting angry by it is a problem, is a mental issue. You have a psychological problem. From situational, it has become psychological. Or he is very good and I am repeating too much that I cannot live without him. I have to talk to him. It has become a psychological problem now. He is good. I wish you all the best. May God give you a lot of opportunity. Swasti Bhuyat. God may give you. But I don't repeat it so much that I cannot live without you and I have to hear from you and I want that you should love me. I want that I should love you. I think if we could live together, it will be great. If we cannot live together, at least we can be in touch every day, every hour. So every hour I'll send you some messages and you please respond. If you don't respond, I feel very sad. I feel very broken from inside. I feel you are neglecting me. I can take everybody's neglect, but not yours. Even God neglects, I don't mind. But if you neglect me, it's too much for me. I can't survive. I feel I should die. But all the buildings are so low, I jump, so I'll break my leg. But I won't pass away. So I'm searching for such building where I can. If you don't respond to me without you, I think my life will be. And if you neglect, I feel as if all energy has gone from my body. I feel as if my breathing something has sucked out totally. I feel like fainting. एकदम से लगता है जान चली जाएगी अब. I feel so restless. कुछ नहीं अच्छा लगता. मतलब क्या करें क्या नहीं करें एकदम. I feel so empty, so void, as if somebody has distracted my prana. इतना ऐसे लगता है ऐसे हो जाओ. ऐसा लगता है ना कि कुछ कहने को नहीं. तो ये this experience is called attachment. You are smiling, but you know I'm right. Don't think I'm wrong. ये आपको ऐसा बनाना है मन कि whether you get a response, you are good, but sorry, I can live without you. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. But mentally feel. Be a husband who can live without a wife. One day you have to live without that. And be a wife who can live without husband. Be parents who can live without child. Be child who can live without father and mother. Best wishes, my blessings, but you are not urgent in my life. This is called the aim of Gita. This is the Gita's maximum area this Bhagavan will attack on this point. ठीक है? And don't say very difficult. I already told you, bring God, it will become easier. But sadhana is to make difficult things easy. What for you do sadhana? If it was easy only, then why should you do sadhana? It is difficult, I understand it is difficult. Kisne kaha it is easy? To get up in the morning is difficult. But those who get up, they have a habit, they made it easy. Talking for the first time was so difficult for me when I started. First talk, but now it has become easy. Living in the ashram initially it must feel difficult. First 2 days you are adjusting, now it has become easy. You are thinking, how will I stay in the ashram? Whether I get a room or not? Whether the bathroom is attached or detached? Certain question, which room is there mine? Who is my room partner? I can't live with anybody. I live alone in my house. I have a separate room. I don't know that other person, other guy who will be like that. Right? I don't know whether the food will adjust with me or not. 10 questions will be there. But you made it easy. If you are not making difficult thing easy, you are not a seeker. But to do jap is very difficult. Make it easy. You have to conquer your mind and make 5 mala to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 50, 50 to 80, 80 to 100, 100 to 200. At least you should be able to do 3 hour jap after 10 years, 4 hour jap. Itta karo when you are old, what work is there? You have to put a line, that means if you cannot meditate for 2 minutes, meditate for 5 minutes. Make it for 10 minutes, make it for 20 minutes, make it for 1 hour. At least 1 year, you increase your meditation for 15 minutes to half an hour. So in 10 years, you will be meditating for 5 hours more. If in 1 year, you cannot increase your meditation only for half an hour. In 2022, January, you are meditating only for 5 minutes. I am saying, by the time year end is there, December, at least you should be meditating for 35 minutes. Simple goal I am putting. I am not putting anything difficult. And 2023, December, 1 hour. In 2024, 1.5 hours. Very sad. If you have time, you will get it. If you have love for something, you find time. Time is the name of loving something, then you get a time. But in 1990 also not meditating, and in 2022 also not meditating. What is this progress, boss? Or 1 mala you were doing, now you are doing half mala. This is in retrogression. But I don't feel like. Feeling has no meaning. Marenge tumko tumhari feeling kaisi ki taisi. Your feeling has no meaning here. What is right has to be done. Feeling kya? Medicine feeling se lete hain kya aap? Well, I'm not feeling like taking. You take whether you feel or not. It's a medicine, whether you like or not. You take it. You have to take that medicine. But I feel nausea. Nausea, little nausea, take ilaichi, something you take. Feeling is not a criteria of taking medicine. So, I don't feel like doing sadhana. Acha, who asked you to do a feel? Feeling is no meaning. Conquer this aspect also, I don't feel. Feel. Emotional problem is there. So when I conquer this slowly, your mind demands more time for meditation. Be such, make your mind such that your mind demands now 5 hours of meditation, and you feel, I don't think so. In any constraint of system I can meditate, but my demands are more. I don't think so. I'm fitting into Karma Yoga now. I have overgrown. Like you have overgrown, you need another clothes. Sometimes when weight is also there, you feel like that. When your weight increases and the periphery of your stomach increases, so you feel that I should go to the tailor or loosen this, or I need a bigger clothes are there. When the child is growing, you must have seen, he says that my pant is becoming not tighter. It is difficult to enter, but I can't come out. Or my shirt has become very tight. The children get very tight. They want to take it out. So you feel situation is tight. I want more freedom to go for. Remember, half an hour every year. Don't forget this. Slowly, can I do it? Of course. So you should be, by 2030, you will demand 5-7 hours of meditation, quietness, and therefore you need karma sannyas. Karma sannyas, if you don't put a goal, you won't make it. Whole life should be goal-oriented. But if you have not mastered the impulses that you get from outside, still you are in the habit of chewing and making the bitter experiences so bad. You are chewing it. Then you are making it worse. You are making a hell of the life then. Experiences are experiences. Why you are making it your own? Why you are owning it? You put a food in your mouth. Guava is there. Yesterday guava came. Who brought guava yesterday? Acha, guava came yesterday. Or apple came. So, or orange comes. Mandarin. Mandarin is there. Is there not today? So mandarin is there. So when you eat it, you don't get joy unless you munch it many times. You have to munch it. Then you munch it, then you get the rus of that fruit. Then you internalize it. Then when it mixes with your saliva and it goes like that, then it becomes one in your system. So when you think a lot on any person's behavior, your success, and become very sad, become very angry, become very arrogant, or become very happy, then you are making it too much. It is going into your system now. That person is going into your system now. That is dangerous. This is now it has become a psychological problem. Therefore, I say don't be very happy, don't be very sad, don't be very happy about that issue, and don't be very very sad, or don't be very angry, because it is going into your mind. It is going to become impression now. It will pervade. You are missing the whole picture of the whole life. Only but that person is important. Nothing is important. It is important. You may think more important than God. Only but God is also important. He is also important. No, who is more important? He. Because God I will get later on. But I want him right now. इस हैबिट को कंट्रोल करने का नाम है मास्टरी ओवर राग एंड द्वेष. Mastery. I have kept it aside, parked it. I have parked that issue. It is fine. Don't repeat it too much in your mind. Dhyayato Vishyan Pumsa. Don't repeat it. If you repeat God's name. If you repeat Leela. Repeat Bhagavad Gita. There is less thing to repeat. Repeat Bhagavad. Repeat this chapter. Repeat morning class. That is not possible. Okay. Then so difficult. Then you repeat Ramayana class. Sit in your room and bring it all the thoughts. And maybe your notes can be there, and each point you ponder over it. Internalize it. When you repeat something, you internalize and become happy with it. Learn to become very happy with that. Learn to become sad with Bhagwan Ram's going in the forest. Identify with Dasharathji, identify with Bharatji, identify with Yashodaji. Try to bring more joy when you are with the Lord. When you are doing puja, be happy. This is called person progressing in the path of Karma Yoga. This is most challenging portion of a seeker. If you have not done this, you will slip down and you will hit the right bottom. Rock bottom. Rock bottom. It means I am too much influenced by that. I am so much sad about this. I am so happy about it. I am so lusty about it. I am so angry about it. I lose myself. I go crazy about this issue. I cannot tell you. Please. Somebody called me for Bhiksha. And nice idli was there, sambar was there, appam was there, all things were there. Sun rahe ho bhai? So, all this there. The wife was serving, I started eating. The host, the husband, he said, in that committee, in that mission, I don't like that person. He is a very rich person, but I don't like him. And it went on, but I did not start it also. He got so angry. Not on me, on that person. So angry, he shouted. I don't know how no. You don't serve food, you serve thoughts actually. Sara taste bigad gaya. Now wife is saying, keep calm. Let him eat first. We'll discuss these things later on. Some combination is like Raman Mandodari. So she was so calm. And she couldn't pacify. Thought aata hai, but now you couldn't control him. He started shivering and his eyes became red. Nothing I was saying. I was a simple brahmachari. Nothing I said. I said, if I missed this food in the ashram, no food was there. My attention was there. हमने ये तो बोल देंगे हमारा खाना चला जाएगा. Ashram nothing biscuit, who will eat so much? You need something solid. I was young at that time. You are in your control or not. When you want to sleep, can you sleep? When you want to smile, can you smile? When you want to write, can you write? When you want to read, can you read? Have you such kind of mind you have? When you want to talk lovingly to somebody, can you talk? Are you in your charge or you are discharged? Are you feeling that, I am fine? I have to train. It's a training. It's a makeup of your mind. Nobody is responsible for that. You yourself are responsible. Somebody can put the food at the most in your mouth. Munching, you have to do it. Teacher can give you at the most best ideas. He can make it palatable and put you in your mind. But to internalize it, it is your duty. Doctor can prescribe medicine. He can't force a patient to eat it on time. Patient himself has to know this is the medicine I have to take it on time. Please be careful about your duty towards your life and your duty towards your mind. Don't play with it. It's a serious matter. So, after that, you need karma sannyas. That means I need more time. So, 2A leading to 2B. Please note, after 2B, you have more of listening. Shravan Manan. When I told you, it was pre-Shravan Manan sannyas, otherwise post-Shravan Manan sannyas. Post Shravan Manan Sannyas was called Vidvat Sannyas, Paramarthik Sannyas, Gyan Karma Sannyas, Akrit Sannyas, Akrit Sannyas. ठीक है. Pre-Shravana Manan Sannyas was called Vidisha Sannyas, Karma Sannyas. Okay. Learn everything, new things. Okay. ठीक है ना? बोले ठीक है, एकदम ठीक है. I fall quite frequently, but listening to you, I'll feel I'll rise. Yes, you have to rise. Well, but supposing I go low, what? You listen to the talk again. You have a lot of talks on your YouTube. You listen. Whosoever inspires you, listen. Listen. Achha, okay, I will listen. My data is over. That is your problem. So, now after karma sannyas is there. After karma sannyas is there, slowly after listening and listening, because listening needs reflecting. You have seen how Vedanta classes are settled now. You all know it now. Nana. And we all will agree on one point. I think I have to think over it a lot. I have to think. Therefore, I have to make notes. While making notes, you think. You have to put the point into perspective. You have to think which point to write, which not to write, which to think. So you need more time in thinking. I need more time in understanding it. It's a difficult thing to understand. I need more time. When you feel I need more time in thinking, that means you are now towards karma sannyas. And when I feel now I have more time in now meditating, abiding, that is called vidvat sannyas. If you are already occupied by some earlier issues, that something is pinching you inside, why this person was not like said, I like him a lot, then forget about all these things. You still go back and do that first. Your shravana will be very ineffective shravana, because whatever teacher will put in your mouth, already you have something else. You will not digest it. You will throw it out. Because you are full of another idea. Now teacher is putting and you are putting something else. You are thinking something else. So that means you have not practiced KY. KY, Karmyo. Oh. If you have not practiced KY, you cannot go to KS1, Karma Sannyas 1. Oh. You have not practiced it. You have not internalized it. You have not got addictive person. You have to get addiction with the Naam Jap. You have to get addiction with your puja. You have to really make addiction with your part. You cannot do without it. Okay, I'm trying, I can try. Yes. Now, 6th shlok. We had completed 5 shlok. Just for a quick recap, Bhagavan has changed the word from sannyas to sankhya. Sankhya means what? Sankhya has come from the word called sankhya. Sankhya word suna ho na? Sankhya Hindi mein sankhya. Number is called sankhya. Like 1, 2 you call number, 1, 2, 3, 4. In Sanskrit that number is called sankhya. Sankhya. Sankhya matlab kya? Samyak khyati. Which can be sequentially, which can be well said, well describable. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, 2 plus 1 is equal to 3, 3 plus 1 is equal to 5. What? 3 plus 1 is equal to 5? No, 3 plus 1 is equal to 5 minus 1. Okay. So, 3 plus 1, okay, is equal to 5 minus 1. Okay, then, what then? This is the equation. After hearing a joke, some people, then what happened? Joke is over here. 3 plus 1 is equal to 5 minus 1 plus 0. So, some are wondering. So, my point is here, Sankhya means something which can be well defined. Suvicharit Vishleshan, well defined, well conceived, well thought of. where you can have well logically thought of, that is called progressive in logic, that is called Sankhya. See, the Sanskrit word communicates so much that I cannot tell you. If you say number, number doesn't communicate as well as Sankhya is communicating. Sankhya. Na? So, Sankhya vidyate yasya sa Sankhya. In which such logical thinking is there, that way of thinking is called Sankhya, about self. Very good, fine. In the 5th verse and 4th verse also, Bhagavan has used Sankhya word for Vividisha Sannyas and Videsha Sannyas. But in the 5th verse, Bhagavan used only for Vidvat Sannyas. Be careful, those who are good Gita students, they should keep. If you are not understanding, relax. Don't worry. Don't put too much pressure on your mind. Don't push lot of pressure. That sounds good. Because I'm not understanding. Thank God I don't want to write notes on this also. I'd have died. So now, 6th verse, Bhagavan has now said that sannyasas tu mahabaho dukkham aptum ayogata योग युक्तो मुनिर ब्रह्म नचिरेणादि गच्छति. याद हो गया 5th चैप्टर? अच्छा, थोड़ा सा पूरा नहीं याद हुआ. ये श्लोक याद है? 6th नहीं याद है? अच्छा, तुमको याद हो गया? कोई है नहीं तुमको याद नहीं? अच्छा, 5th इनको भी याद है. मैडम 5th चैप्टर. I asked you to by heart that Giyasa Nitya Sannyasi. Can you raise your hand? I will not ask. Can you raise your hand who has by hearted? 3rd slok, Giyasa Nitya Sannyasi. Achha, so you had sent it. Achha, very good. Okay. When you will start forgetting, then you will ask. So, Sannyasastu Mahabaho. Dukkham aptum. This is a teacher's mind. We know all the tricks. So, Sannyasastu Mahabaho. तुमको भी याद कर लो 3rd श्लोक. 3rd श्लोक, I'm giving you one day. Not now, later on. योग युक्त तो ध्यान देना. भगवान is now saying, बोले अर्जुन सुनो तो अर्जुन सुनो, listen to me. I'm listening. Ayogita. Here sannyas is 2B sannyas or 3A sannyas? 2B sannyas is Vividisha and 3A sannyas is Vidvat. Which sannyas? 3A. 3A means Vidvat. Vidvat means where you only meditate a lot. For 5 hours, 7 hours, 10 hours. You spend time in internalizing it. And in 2B, you spend more time in listening. You're spending time with the teacher. Why? Because I can't live without teacher. I'm not that evolved. I need a prop. I need a support. I fall down. I can't meditate. But I can listen a lot. I can listen. 3, 4, 5 classes I can listen. Achha, you can listen. I can listen a lot. My listening capacity is there, no doubt. But meditating capacity is not there. Achha, yes, I can listen. 3 classes easily I can listen. Even if it's 1, 2 classes also, I could still listen. Provided my body is okay. I can still carry on. Achha. But now I want to listen and I want to reflect more. I want to sit and I have to contemplate. I am not doer, I am not enjoyer. I am not a part of any configuration. I am not a part of any assembly. Just stop it. The world is drish, it is object, it is material, it is changing, it is transient, it is having attribute. I am that self. It is not. I can stop here. How long? 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. This is. Therefore, Bhashka writes, Sannyasa tu paramarthika. Underline that. The Bhashya. Who knows Sanskrit and who have no Bhashya with them? Who can read Sanskrit but they don't have Bhashya? You don't have bhashya. You don't have bhashya. You can read. I'll test. You आप पढ़ सकते हैं संस्कृत? अच्छा देखा जाएगा. फर्स्ट लेट मी सी दिस बुक इज देयर और नॉट. है क्या बुक? नहीं है. सोचते हैं फिर क्या होगा. सो संन्यास हियर इज 3. ठीक है. Now here Bhagwan is using the word, Holy Arjun, listen. If you take sannyas, this sannyas, 3B, 3 sannyas, and you have not done what? Ayogataha. Ayogata means yogen vina. Yogen vina means without mastering the impulses that the world gives you. You have not mastered others' impulses for you. I told you. World's impulses, what world gives you impulses, you feel helpless, you feel torn, or you feel attracted, you feel running after it. That is called not mastering it. Something throws you out of the gear. You have not mastered your vasana, and you have taken to sannyas. Even to be sannyas is difficult without yogata actually. Forget about 3 sannyas. Already I told in the 3rd and 2nd mantra. If you remember that. Because Rag Dvesh will not allow you to concentrate even on Shravanam also. But he is also sitting. Doesn't understand anything. He has not followed anything. Papi. But he is sitting in the class. I don't know why he sits. Anyway. And if you are attracted to somebody, you'll see. So both these problems there. Listening is not good. Again and again you will see the person. ध्यान जाता है भाई, where you are attracted, your eyes goes. It's very difficult to stop your eyes on whom you like. If you like somebody and you don't have to, it is a punishment not to see that. And I want to see. I mean, I feel so restricted. हम देख भी नहीं सकते, हम कुछ कर नहीं, I'm not talking, I'm not touching, I'm just wanting to see. That also people have problem. So this is the difficult portion. And therefore Bhagavan says, Dukkham aptum. Dukkham aptum, again adverbial form. It's an Indian type. Difficulty. Dukkham here means difficulty, not sorrow. Dukkham doesn't mean sorrow. Like Sukham meant effortlessness in the 3rd month. So here Dukkham is difficulty. With difficulty, aptum is not saying it is impossible. Bhagavan is very, I think, very magnanimous, very compassionate. He should have said asambhava. If I had to say, I'll say impossible. But Bhagavan is saying Dukkham, very difficult. That means still he is leaving some space. Yogen vina. Yoga yukto munir brahma. फिर योग युक्त. योग युक्त मिला. वैदिकेन कर्म योगेन ईश्वर समर्पित रूपेण फल निरपेक्षेण युक्तः मुनि. देखो, here कर्म योगी is called muni. योग युक्त is called muni here. Muni is not the name of somebody who has bared us it. Muni means one who has mastered the worldly impulses from outside and inside. Inside vasana, he has put it that it's not urgent. Outside impulses, outside responses doesn't create bitterness or infatuation in me. Both I am free from inside world and outside world. This is called Yog Yukta Muni. Mananat Ishwar Surupasya Muni. This is parenthesis put in bracket. Mananat Ishwar Surupasya Mananat. Because he has contemplated on Lord. He has contemplated on Gita. When anybody talks, then you can make out, I have thought a lot on that subject. I think he has given a lot of thoughts. He has really invested a lot of time and energy in thinking on this. Some presentation is, sometime in the university, colleges, in the companies. So you can make it out that this person has given a lot of thinking. The way he has presented it. So he has contemplated a lot about Bhagavan, about Gita. He is called Muni. So much so that he is very enjoying his thought of Lord. He enjoys a lot about Lord. And so much so that other time he is not free. Yog yukta Muni. Acha. Then what happens? Brahma. Please be very careful. Brahma. Paramatma Jnana Lakshanatvat Prakrita Sannyasa. Here Vidvat Sannyas is called Brahma. Be very careful. Here Brahma is not the meaning of moksha. Here Brahma means he attains that state where he can meditate. He is the sannyas. Sannyas is also called Brahma. Okay. Well, how long will it take? Bhagwan, compassionate said, not too long. Nachiren, actually this should be one word. Although both words are separately also is okay. But better reading will be Nachiren will be one word. Long, not long. This Gurudev told to me also once. I asked Gurudev, how long will I take to realize? Then he used this expression, Nachiren. Out of my anxiety, I asked this question. But I am not realizing the self, I am not able to see that Brahman. How long will I take? So he said, Nachirena. Not long. What an encouraging statement, not too long. If you say, no, very many births you will take, it's very discouraging. Both are required to hear. When you do a lot and you can't get the result, then you have to listen. Then you will take many births to continue. Then you have to hear this, it will take many births. To have patience, you have to understand that. And then when you are starting and you have not done anything, and then you ask, then you say, soon enough. So both kind of seekers are there. If one has not started and you say it will take longer time, then he will not start. But you are doing and still you feel still nothing is happening. Then you will say, no, many births it takes. Janam janam ki kai, ek janam mein jai. So बहुत लगेगा टाइम ही बहुत लगेगा. चलो कंटिन्यू. योग युक्तः. Endowed with योग युक्ता means endowed with कर्म योग. I hope this श्लोक is clear. Very good श्लोक, ना? अच्छा श्लोक है ना? Love each श्लोक. Each श्लोक you should be in love of. Then you will enjoy. Okay. And Bhagwan Bhaskar writes, Kshipramev. Jaldi hi. Kshipramev jaldi hi. हाँ भाई, who knows? In this life also you get moksha, etc. But even if you get moksha, please keep on coming here. Because we lose one audience. So I don't want you to be liberated at our cost. So then next slok is next slok you have to again by heart. Yoga yukto vishuddhatma vijitatma jitendriya sarvabhutatma bhutatma kurvannapi na lipyate. So, how do I know that I have attained? Where? I have attained Karma Sannyas 2A and Karma Sannyas 2B. How do I know? What is the sequence? Can you say some chronological order about this? I want a clear picture in my mind. I'll tell that. Yada punha ayam samyak darshan prapti upayatvena. See the word here. So, samyak darshan prapti. This is called samyak darshan prapti means vidvat sannyas. And to get that abidance in meditative life. What is the way out? I am telling you. Now Bhagavan uses the word, see the word. No, Yog Yukta is from 6th shlok. See the. So one who is Yog Yukta, endowed with Yog, how do I know that I am endowed with Yog? I feel I am. No, wait, you test it first. I feel I have crossed all three. But I get very angry. See, still you are before 2 also, if you are angry. Don't say, don't discourage me like that. I'm towards 2. No, why you said after 3? So, Yog Yukta means what? See the word here. Bhagavan writes, Vishuddhatma. Anybody can by hearted this shlok? Yog Yukta Vishuddhatma Vijitatma Jitendriya Sarvbhutatma Bhutatma Kurvanna Pinalipyate. तुमको क्यों नहीं याद है? कौन सा चैप्टर याद है? ओके, बाद में बताना फिर. सो योग युक्त विशुद्धात्मा. विशुद्धात्मा. Here Atma means mind. Sattva. See the mind? Bhashir. Sattva means whose mind is pure. Anything pure attracts. Supposing it's a pure, in the morning when you get up, 4 o'clock, the air is very pure. So you feel like going out, walking. Garden is there, you feel like being to the plant. No? If any baby is there, child is there, a young child, you feel like playing. Why? He is pure. You see the sun, you feel like gazing the ocean. No, it's pure. Because that ocean is not the one, it will give more, it will drench with water to somebody and not drench with somebody else. Even the animal comes, animal will also get. Gangaji is pure. Purity means equanimity. Purity means equanimity. संत सरल चित जगत हित जानू स्वभाव स्नेहो अंजलि गत शुभ सम सुमन जिमी सम सुगंध कर दो. Saint's mind is like this palm. If I put this flower here, so the flower will give fragrance to both the palms. Not that it will have favor for one and not favor for one. So when you are equanimous, when you are pure, that means there is a lot of godliness in you. There is a lot of divinity in you. There is a lot of love in you. There is a lot of compassion in you. Your compassion doesn't dry away. Your forgiveness doesn't dry away. Like Ganga, from Gomukh continuously Gangaji is flowing. Similarly from the mind, forgiveness, compassion and love is flowing. And that is called pure. Flowing water is a pure water. So Vishuddhatma means who has a lot of godly thoughts. He is abundant. He has abundance of emotions of the Lord. There is no worldliness in him. He is not a narrow-minded person. He is not the one who is very attracted to somebody and very repulsive to. He doesn't get a lot of sorrow about some person in the incident. He is not very angry, very sad, very depressed, very angry. Mentally, he is angry. I'm very angry with you. Or I'm very, very attracted to you. Mentally. That is not there. Like the rose outside is there, it dangles like that. Rose doesn't think nobody's came to see me. I'm blossoming today. So Rose is not talking to next Rose. Koi aaya? Then Rose said, no, koi nahi aaya. Chalo, let us wilt. It's not like that. When you enjoy your own company alone, when you enjoy your own mind, there is so many good thoughts in you that you enjoy your own mind. Supposing your room is very good, very neat, clean, tidy, you enjoy your own room. Supposing your house is very good, lot of beautiful garden is there, peacock is there, rabbit is there, nice pets are there, birds are there, nice big sprawling lawn is there, fountain is there. You feel like enjoying your own house. Similarly, when your mind has lot of divinity, lot of Ram, lot of Krishna Bhagavan, lot of Shivaji is there, I can spend my time with him. As if with beloved, I can spend my time. This is called Vishuddhatma. It doesn't have some difficult thoughts in you, complex thought. Why this happened? It should not happen. I cannot take it anymore. I don't know why he said like that. That day he said like that. He's like that. I cannot take it. He is very good. We both can be good together actually. Separate we are sad, but together we are very happy. But he's running away from me nowadays. I don't know who told about me to him. Earlier he was not like that. But now since 3 weeks, 2 weeks, I am finding this, that he is running away from me. I mean, we cross, but he is not seeing me eyes to eyes actually. I don't know who has said about me. I know who can say something about me to him. And he is also little foolish kind. He believes everything. He should verify from me what others say about me to him. But if he cannot verify, then he should tell me or tell to that person who has said to him about me that I am not like. You are smiling. These are the cases. इस सांप की तरह है. When Ram Bhagwan, Kekai brought Bhagwan Ram, called Bhagwan Ram. Bhagwan Ram said, Ma, so easy. You asked me to go to the forest, it's so simple. Kekai got a shock. He said, then she thought, is there some conspiracy that he's so simple? सहज सरल रघुबर बचन केकई कुटिल कर जानी यद्यपि चलई जोंक जिमी बक्र जति यद्यपि सलिल समान. Although Ramji said very simple thing, but she inside started calculating and manipulating. Papi sarvatra papam ashankat. When you are a sinner, you see sin everybody. Joke, leech goes straight, does not go straight in the water. If leech goes like this, water is straight, it goes straight. सहज सरल रघुबर बचन कुमति कुटिल कर जान यद्यपि जोक चले जिमी वक्र गति यद्यपि सलिल समान. ऐसा टेढ़ा मेढ़ा मन नहीं चाहिए. दिस इज नॉट विशुद्ध आत्मा. जो हो भैया हो. Who has to say anything he say? हमारा भजन होने दो भैया. हमें दुख नहीं होता किसी बात को लेके. Even if some sorrow comes, it flashes and goes away. This is Vishuddhatma. Pure mind means doesn't hold sansar for a long time. His grip toward worldliness is less. He leaves it. He was angry, but 5 minutes he is back. I hope you are understanding this point. ठीक है ना? विशुद्धात्मा. हम लोग फंसे रहते हैं. We are caught up in the quagmire inside. Lot of nets are there. Lot of bushes are there. That should not be there. Feel Lord. Lord will clean everything. Your Lord's name, I am telling you, if you take Lord's name, or if you hear satsang, it will all be cleared up. You don't worry about that. It's called Vishuddhatma. Mind is pure. Mind is very receptive about satsang. Which is free. Yog yukto Vishuddhatma. ठीक. Vijita tomorrow. Om Har Namah Parvati Pate Har Har Mahadev Shri Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagwan Ki Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे। हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, 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 हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव।